In the Stansbury Museum on Yorke Peninsula, a memorial of sorts to a marine delicacy once covering much of Gulf St Vincent. The native or Ngazi oyster was plundered at the turn of last century by sailing ketchers dredging the sea floor with rakes. Now this rare and local phenomenon's making a comeback as divers seed the newly constructed Windara Reef. It's a truly massive project. When complete, it'll be the biggest reef reconstruction project ever undertaken in Australia. In total area, some 20 hectares across the seafloor. This is phase one, with native oysters strategically placed over the first section of the new reef.
Around 2 and 3 years old. So we're putting out today roughly about 30,000 over this 4 hectare area.
Divers return farm-grown Ngazi oysters from Eyre Peninsula to the waters off Yorke Peninsula. They deposit them over tons of limestone rocks, all placed on the sea floor about 1 kilometre off Rogues Point last year. And it's just the beginning.
In 2018 we'll be putting out an additional 6 million oysters, so the operation really ramps up then.
It's a huge project.
Yeah, it's
a
huge.
A lot of people would be totally unaware of something this big happening at the top end of the Gulf St Vincent.
Yeah, that's right. It's a real legacy for the Yorke Peninsula, and we're investigating other areas at the moment so that we can make these shellfish reefs more available to other South Australians.
The reef actually filters the water out. The oysters will do a good job, aggregate fish. It'll bring fishers in from Adelaide. It's a really key piece of infrastructure for this part of the Gulf.
Key indeed. Imagine an underwater reef 4 times the area of the Adelaide Oval precinct.
I think the bigger picture is that governments are realising at last that recreational fishing is one of the most important activities in the state, particularly in the regional areas.
Australia once had up to 1,500 kilometres of coastline covered in shellfish reefs. The plan now is to reconstruct more of what was lost all those years ago. Ron Candelars, 7 News.